We have a monumental amount of work to get done before No Prep Kings Friday, and very little time to get it done. Today, the plan is to take the Nova to Lucor and get it aligned, and then bring it back to the shop to finish the front end. If we're going to have any hope of getting everything done that we want to get done before Friday, we have to split up and tackle different projects. I needed to get CO2 bottles filled, some parts, and I needed to go up to Delaware to the Jegs main warehouse to pick up an MSD CAN bus bar. So while I'm working on that, Billy loads up the Nova and heads to Lucor. He got to Lucor just about the same time I was finished picking up parts at the Jegs main warehouse, 20 minutes away from Lucor Automotive. So as soon as I picked up this CAN bus bar, I headed straight over to see Austin and Rich and Billy and see how they're faring out in the shop working on Billy's Nova. Lucor is one of the most trusted names in auto repair. Everything from daily drivers, diesel trucks, down to muscle cars, and in this case, race cars. Rich has aligned everything from our 55 Chevy to Billy's S10 and the Ford Falcon, and all of them drive perfect. So it was a no-brainer to take Billy's Nova up to have Rich take a look at it. And Rich pointed out some issues that he wants us to get taken care of before he puts a final alignment on this car. So Rich does a thorough examination of all the suspension components, hands Billy a list of things to take care of, and then we set up another appointment for later on. But for right now, we can at least set toe in and get the steering wheel set straight, so the car is safe to move on and off the trailer and around the pits at No Prep Kings this weekend. So we load the Nova up and head back to the shop. And when we get back, Kenny's got the trailer and truck pulled out, giving it a good cleaning, and he's got Billy's new tires mounted on his beadlock rims for the S10. When we got back to the shop, we barely had enough time to get the Nova put back inside before the rains came. We drove from my place back over to Billy's to work on the S10 with the rest of the parts that we need to hopefully finish up the grid and MSD 8 Plus ignition installation. Hopefully tonight we can put a tune in this truck, put it on the trans brake, hear the two-step, build boost, and make sure that everything's wired properly. I checked the ignition timing after we installed the box, fired the truck up, and it's finally time to put it on the brake. The truck came right up on boost, but unfortunately it's not building the amount of boost that Billy wants. So we've still got some work left to do. All right, guys, so it is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Yes. It's Wednesday, about 9 o'clock. And we were planning on trying to go make a test hit tonight. It rained really hard earlier, and then it dried up and the air felt really nice. And we were thinking about taking it out and testing it, but as you can see behind me, it's starting to rain again, and it's not going to dry up this time. So if we get to make a test hit with the truck, it's probably going to have to be tomorrow morning. We evidently we need to start parking our vehicles down at the track tomorrow around noon. I think that's the game plan. But we'll see how it goes. Vicky's ordered pizza. I'm going to go pick up dinner, and I'm running on about 3 hours of sleep. And Billy, I don't think he's had much more than that, if any. So we're all pretty tired, but we're making good progress. The truck's making boost. It sounds really good. The ignition timing's right where it needs to be, and Billy's got this grid figured out, he thinks. So he seems to. It's working pretty good so far. So I think that's going to about do it for tonight. Once we finished up at Billy's shop, Billy and I went back to the house and had dinner together. Then Billy went home, I went to bed, so that I could get up first thing in the morning and head down to Logan, Ohio. We need to pick up a drum of methanol down at Basil Race Fuels. Round trip, it's about 2.5 hours, so I need to get moving. Because once I get back, I've got to unload this drum of fuel, put it in my race car trailer, the Malibu still needs a bath, Billy's S10 still needs an oil change, needs a valve adjustment, it needs a header gasket replaced, and the list goes on and on. Plus, we still haven't put the weight bar in the Falcon. And my brother's still working on Billy's Nova, trying to get the rest of the front end put together. So there's no time to waste. Luckily, the guys down at Basil Race Fuels got me taken care of in a hurry. I turned and burned, came right back home, and luckily when I got back to the house, it wasn't raining like it was down south. Jeremy and Kenny helped me get that drum of alcohol unloaded with the tractor, put it in the big trailer, I washed the Malibu, and it was finally time to load it in the box so I can take everything down to the track and secure our pit spot. With fuel prices the way they are right now, we feel very fortunate to have this event so close to our house. The No Prep King staff and National Trail Raceway staff weren't wasting any time getting everything ready. I managed to get my paperwork filled out, got my armband, and then I took a quick trip through the pits with the Malibu to check out some of the racers who were already here. I called Billy and told him I was headed his way, and he asked me to stop by Hebron and pick up some lunch because he hadn't eaten yet, and I was a little bit hungry myself. So a quick trip through the Burger King drive-thru, and I'm ready to head back to Billy's place. We need to get the valves adjusted on the S10, finish the oil change, replace one header gasket, put the turbo kit back together, and then we've still got to work on Tommy's Falcon. It needs one weight bar put back in and the anti-roll bar checked. By the time we got all that done, it was just about time for me to head back to my house to swap out vehicles and head towards Port Columbus. I ran in the shop real quick to check on Jeremy and Kenny, and they've actually got the front bumper completely mounted on Billy's Nova. But I didn't have much time to hang around, and I didn't even really have time to run the dogs back in the house. So I took them with me to Port Columbus to go pick up Tony and Tess. Tony had texted me and told me they'd already landed, and I was worried I was going to be late. It turns out it took them forever to get their bags. I had sat outside in the line so long in the Suburban that the airport police were starting to look at me funny. I was worried they were going to run me off. When I pulled up out front, I told Tony I was at one end of the building. But by the time they made it outside, the airport police had had me pull forward so many times I was almost clear to the other end of the building. And I'd lost service, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to let Tony know where I was. But fortunately, there's only one guy sitting out there in a 1997 Suburban.
Puppies!
It's the best Uber in Ohio. It's the best Uber in Ohio.
The last time I saw Tess and Tony was PRI in Indianapolis last winter. And we've talked numerous times about them coming to Ohio and hanging out with us. So for them to be here with us during No Prep Kings weekend is going to be incredible. And as it turns out, both Billy and Tommy got invited into the invitational race for small tire on Saturday night. So the Falcon and the S10 are going to be on television, believe it or not. And for icing on the cake, Billy's Nova is going to be there. And he's finally getting to see it with the front end all put together.
Oh my goodness. That looks good. Wow.
You believe that?
Nothing like the real thing.
My brother Jeremy has done an absolutely incredible job of fitting all these aftermarket parts on the front of Billy's car. And for them to all line up as nicely and perfectly as they do is just absolutely unheard of. This car has the front end fitted better than my car, and my car's all GM steel. So anyway, the plan for tonight is we're going to take Billy's Nova down to the track and put it in my trailer so that we can put it on display this weekend. We put Billy's S10 on the rack in the shop so we can do a gear swap on it later tonight, after we go eat dinner. I know Tony and Tess are hungry because they haven't had anything to eat since they left California this morning when they got on their flight. So anyway, Billy goes ahead and puts his Nova in the trailer. And about that time, CJ Buckner shows up, the guy that runs a Raggedy Ann Mustang. And somehow, we managed to talk CJ and his wife into going to dinner with us too. So once we all got done visiting at the track with everybody, we head towards Newark, to Texas Roadhouse. Billy, Tony, and Tess took the Malibu, and the rest of us piled in the Suburban. This weekend is really going to be a lot of fun. All right, guys. So what time is it right now? It is about 2 o'clock in the morning. And we managed to go make a test hit on the truck. It went pretty well. What'd you say?
Yeah, I just got to find a higher RPM chip for the high side.
Yeah. So the S10's back together. It's sitting outside. It's in pretty good shape. I feel like it's probably as good or better than it's been in a long time. And Billy's got the Falcon in here. What'd you do? Put a weight bar in it, or?
I put one weight bar in it. We still have to reset the anti roll bar tomorrow when we get on some flat ground.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, it should be ready to go.
Okay. Did you get the CO2 bottle put in it?
Yep.
All right. So the S10's ready to go. The Falcon's almost ready to go. And Vicky's outside stirring around wanting to do details. Are you coming in here? Here she comes. She's sneaking in like she hasn't been standing outside. She's been pacing back and forth outside.
Listen, I asked Bill, I was like 3 hours ago, can we do details while I was still fresh? Well, now that it's 2 in the morning.
Oh, you're not fresh now?
No.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. She's a little tired.
And we
All
gotta
right.
be up early.
All right, let's go. Details.
Okay, details. Spectators, Friday, tomorrow.
Come on.
Friday, June 3rd. VIP ticket holders can get in at 2. Regular people with just coming in the gate can get in at 4. Racing starts at 5. Then Saturday, VIP ticket holders can get in at 9:30. Regular general admission can get in at 11:30. Racing starts at 2 on Saturday. And kids 12 and under are free. We're fully stocked. Like,
Wait a minute. You're just reading off Trails' website. That's cheating.
I have to get the details
Don't
from
delete
somewhere.
it.
It's
Go
not.
back.
I have a screenshot.
You screenshotted that. You can't.
Where am I supposed to get the details
That's
from?
plagiarism. You're literally reading it verbatim right off their website. National Trail Raceway has a Facebook page where you can get all the details firsthand and not have to get them from her.
Oh my God. You are such a pain. Can I say that we are fully stocked up with merch?
Okay.
Bill did get us a great pit spot on the end.
Oh, did I now?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so that's actually not my doing. That
Well, it was
Mike.
assigned. They were assigned spots. And so you can't miss us.
Mike Hellman.
We have
Thank you.
all Old Man's Garage stuff, SRC stuff, Gen 2 garage stuff, posters, all of it.
We're fully stocked, and Miss
Yeah.
Vicky's going to be manning.
Oh, can we talk about the weather? It is going to be like 75 degrees.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, sunny, both days.
Beautiful.
I mean, it's going to be gorgeous.
And the Gen 2 Garage shop supervisor herself,
Is helping me in the merch tent.
Miss Tiffany.
Tiffany, Allison's mom. Yep.
She's going to be in the merch booth helping Vicky.
Yep.
Tony and Tess are here. Say hi, guys. All the way from California. Mr. Tony What?
It's not here yet.
You're not putting that on my car. I know what they're doing. They're knocking stuff over, squirrel. Tony got a freaking Hillary bumper sticker he's trying to put on my Malibu.
I know that one's at my house. I forgot it. Promise.
So that's you.
He looks pretty ornery.
All right, guys. So it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I need to get this video done. I need to get it posted. Are you done?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
Good night, guys.